everybody, welcome to my channel. For those of you who know me, you know that I absolutely love New Year's. I love New Year's resolutions and I love setting goals for myself, and most importantly I love looking back on the previous year and reminiscing on everything that I have accomplished. So that's kind of what I'm going to be doing today in this video. I don't know if you guys know what a New Year's jar is, but basically, for those of you who don't know, you start the year with an empty jar, and then as the year progresses, you write little notes of accomplishments that you've met or goals that you've taken care of, or really anything that just makes you happy and like brightens your day. And you fill it up in this jar and you don't look at it until the end of the year, and then you pour it out and you read everything. And it just makes you appreciate that, like, even though looking back you might think that the year sucks, there was like a million little things that just like really brightened it. So I have done this since 2013 and I did it this year. I didn't do the best job keeping up with it, but there are definitely some highlights that I have in my head that we're just gonna like talk about and reminisce, and I'll fill in with these little notes that I have right here. So let's get started. So one of the biggest things that happened to me in 2018 was I had surgery and was diagnosed with a chronic disease that has no cure, which can be a bad thing if you choose it to be a bad thing, but I'm choosing it to be a good thing because for so long I had wondered what was wrong with me and no doctors had any answers, and it was the most discouraging, disheartening experience that I have ever been through in my whole entire life. And going into the new year, I definitely felt that way. I was just completely hopeless and lost. And my mother told me going into the new year, she was like, this is going to be the year of answers. And I remember that so vividly in my head. And I almost laughed when she said it because I was just so hopeless. But I ended up having surgery, I got diagnosed with endometriosis, and now we're here. So it's definitely a good thing because now that I know what's wrong with me, I can focus on the next step of figuring out how to fix me, which I haven't figured out yet, but we're getting there and I have hope. Another wild thing that happened to me was I became a Christian, which anyone who knows me outside of the year of 2018 would have probably never thought that that would happen to me. I am the most stubborn person you will ever meet, so once I had decided that there was no God, there was no one there, it was pretty much impossible, not impossible, but almost impossible to change my mind. But it happened, I accepted Christ, I'm a Christian, it's awesome. So I've had people come up to me and they've been like, listen, I know God is good and he's capable of anything, but like, man, I really wasn't expecting you to be a Christian. But you know, crazy things happen. So there's something. I also came out of the closet to everyone that I know, not everyone that I know, some people knew before this year, but I came out publicly on an Instagram post, which kind of made the being a Christian thing a lot harder. It literally both happened in a span of like 2 months from one another. So it brought a lot of problems and complications, and it was a trying time. But for the people that chose to love and accept me, it deepened our relationships, and I'm just really grateful. It was definitely a bittersweet experience, but I wouldn't go back and change it for anything. And then after coming out, because I was out and I felt good about it, it allowed me the experience to go to Pride, which I actually have a Pride vlog if you want to watch that. The link will be below. And it was my first year ever going out or just going at all, and it was a really great experience, and I'm so glad that I went. We're gonna dig into my jar now because I did such a good job keeping up with it through the year. There's 13. I did 13 notes throughout the whole entire year, but I promise you 2018 was a lot better than these notes are gonna lead you to believe. So I'm not gonna read all of these out loud because some of them aren't relevant anymore and some of them are about people that aren't in my life anymore, and it can kind of suck, but we're gonna ignore it. It's fine. September 21st, I saw Noah Gunderson in concert, which was alright. It wasn't my favorite concert I've ever been to. I have seen him in concert before and I loved his first concert a lot better than the previous one, but I'm also not going to complain because Noah Gunderson is extremely talented and is an amazing singer, and the control that that man has over his voice is like none other. So even though it wasn't the best concert, I still really appreciated seeing him in the flesh. I also went to Dallas for the very first time in September. I I had never been to Texas before and I wasn't expecting to like it as much as I did. I hate hot weather, I love the winter, so I went in with the full mindset of not enjoying Texas, but I did a lot and I was only there for a day and a half, but I really loved it and I am looking forward to the future when I have more time to experience Texas and have more time to adventure around and see the sights. January 4th, drove on the road today and didn't have a mental breakdown. Yeah, so this is when I had my learner's permit. I didn't get my driver's license until I was almost 20 years old because I have severe anxiety with driving. So this note's kind of funny because it was almost a year ago, but I'm still celebrating every single time I drive on the road without having a mental breakdown. So we've come a long ways. We really have, and it's been good. I have my driver's license now. I can go wherever I want, and it has given me such a feeling of independence to not have to rely on people to drive me places or give me a ride home or anything. I can go wherever I want, whenever I want, and it's been great. Oh my god, guys, this is so cute. Okay, January 16th, Taylor and I started dating. This is funny because anyone who knows me knows that I loved Taylor long before we started dating. So when we actually made it official, it was like a big deal to me. Taylor and I actually can't remember the day that we officially started dating, so up there it says January 16th, so now we know when our anniversary is. Taylor, if you're watching this, I love you and thanks for sticking around, and you were good enough to put on a sticky note, so you're doing great. Also, another thing that happened was I saw two of my all-time favorite bands in concert less than a month apart from one another, and that was Churches and 21 Pilots. So I had never seen Churches in concert before. They never come to Atlanta except for a couple years ago they did Music Midtown, and tickets were like $200, so I did not see them because I'm very broke, but they just released an album and they were going on tour for that, and they decided to stop in Atlanta. So I was able to see them live for the very first time, and it was an incredible concert. I will always remember it. There's something in my eye. Yeah, and then right after that, I saw 21 Pilots like maybe 2.5 weeks later. This, I think, would be the third or fourth time that I've seen them in concert, and that concert was incredible as well. You guys can probably tell that I really cherish concerts and live music because music just means so much to me, so when I can see an artist live, I look forward to it months before it even happens. So that was a very good like 3 weeks of my life. March 16th, got my driver's license. March 16th, which was not that long ago. I've not been driving on the roads for long, but I haven't gotten into an accident. I haven't killed anyone. Nobody's killed me, and I haven't gotten pulled over. So I think I'm doing all right. I might be doing a little better than I give myself credit for. April 29th, accepting Jesus. I love like going back and like remembering the dates. For some reason, dates are really sentimental to me, and I love being able to look back like an exact year later and be like, wow, like a year ago today I did this or this. But I can never remember them. So to have them written down somewhere is very helpful to me. January 3rd, watching High School Musical. I don't even remember what context that was in, but I'm sure it was a highlight for me for sure. And then I wrote down having my surgery and getting my diagnosis. And that is the end of my little notes, and I think I covered all the big things that happened this year that made 2018 so extraordinary. So thanks for watching this video. I don't know if any of you guys are actually going to watch this. This was definitely more of like a for me thing, but if you watched it all the way through, thank you. If you like this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up below. If you really like this video, feel free to subscribe to my channel. And yeah, happy end of 2018. I will see you guys later. Bye.